How many people sat riveted at the double trap shooting? Me. I did. I was almost weeping with the guy when he won. And I remember not long after it started, you know the GB gymnastics team, the night they got bronze? Anybody watched that or listened to it? I got into the car in Belfast to drive to a meeting about New Horizon. And I left Belfast at 5:30, and the meeting was starting at 7 o'clock, you know, with traffic and everything, and speed restrictions, and me being a responsible road user. And I got into the car, and they put the radio on, and they was talking about a sport I knew nothing about, disciplines I knew nothing about, 4 or 5 guys in a team, I couldn't tell you their names, and I started listening. Well, you see it about 10 to 7. I was like, come on, come on. And then it was like this, and then it was like, come on. And I was slowing down coming into Coleraine because basically, if I'd got there too quick, I was going to miss whether or not they got a medal. And I was still on time for the meeting, it's all right, but I was just totally, totally drawn in. And there was nothing as fantastic as seeing some young guys from here do really, really well. I want to invite Peter and Richard Chambers to join me up here on the stage, our Olympic silver medalists. They said, you know, they're really worried about coming up here and being put up on a pedestal, and I said, it's all right, they'll not worry, you know. Guys, fantastic. Well done. I mean, it was an amazing, amazing thing to watch. Now, before you were rowers, I believe that you did some workout here at New Horizon. Is that fair enough?
Yeah, I was back in 2003, and before that, I did a bit with New Horizon and helping putting the tent up whenever it was way over. People might remember way over on the other side of the university with Spike, Jimmy McKittrick, and you know I remember Jimmy quite well in his caravan, and he was. That
always, was what inspired you to row out of Coleraine, wasn't it?
He was always sending me off for a long stand or a bubble for the spirit level.
But you both grew up in this event, is that fair?
Yeah, for me it was I was 5 years younger than Richard, so I never really I wasn't sort of here long enough to help with putting the tent up and things, but I loved coming along and watching it being built the weeks before. And but for both of us, it was about coming along every year and coming for the 6 days and you know being part of the different youth groups as we gone up through.
Amazing. Well, it's just wonderful to hear that and to have you here on stage with us. So the Olympics.
Yeah.
What sort of experience was that?
It's really difficult to try and describe what the Olympics was like for us. It was incredible. I mean, what you saw on the TV screens, it was just so much bigger and better for us. There's a friend of mine that, you know, he's got a really good way of describing what the Olympics is like. And we've got this food hall, and it's probably, at the Olympics, it's probably about twice the size of this tent. It's got to fit 15,000 athletes, really hungry athletes. And he calls it a bit like the human zoo. And you've got us. I think we look of normal size. You've got basketball players who are about 7 foot, gymnasts about 4 foot, and you've got wrestlers and shot putters who are wider than they are tall. So it's a real mix of people. It's a real chance for it brings people from all around the world, countries that we would never know existed. Countries we never heard existed. And they come and compete under the Olympic banner. It really is an amazing spectacle.
Peter, what about you? I mean, was there like a highlight?
Yeah, well, for me, you know, sort of as my sort of first Olympics, it was just, you know, you sort of, they try and prepare you for what it's going to be like, but, you know, it's nothing like what they say it is. And, you know, sort of, I think London's been different because it's been in front of a home crowd for us, and being able to compete in an event where, you know, everyone's shouting for you, and, you know, there's maybe a couple of people shouting for the Aussies or the Kiwis, you know, so, but they're all shouting for us. So
what was that last, you know, that last 500 meters, the wall of noise? What was that like?
Well, it was, you know, yeah, for that 500 meters, you know, we can't even hear each other, and we're only about a meter apart, and it was that just, the noise in the TV doesn't sort of quite show what it's really like. You have to be sort of in the center of it between the two stands to see it, and you know, it was simply amazing.
Wow. And the medals, lads, you know? Is there proof of the pudding here? Is there?
There is. Well, we've heard that you've done a good job this week, and I'm sorry, but it's only worth a silver medal.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
We'll give you a two.
A double. A double Olympic silver medalist. Tell me this, did anybody carry the torch at any stage? Anybody here have the torch or see it? Have a bit of that. Here, lads, you deserve them. I only deserve it for being an armchair Olympic athlete. Faith in a boat, faith in your sport, your beliefs, your values, bringing that into your context. What is that like for you? What does it mean for you? Maybe if you just want to share that with the folks who are here.
First and foremost, we're Christians, we're followers of Christ, and rowing is what we do. It's our sport, it's what we do day to day, and we give 100% to it. We work hard because as Christians we're there to honour God, and we really believe that God's given us a gift. It's a God-given gift, and we really don't want to waste that. So we work at it really hard. We spend a lot of time rowing. We spend every day rowing, but we work really hard at it, and we also enjoy what we do. And it's not plain sailing. It is really hard. It is.
All those hours on a boat, and that's the best joke you come up with. Come on.
It is really difficult to be a Christian in the team and in any sports environment, and I think it's the same for anybody. Whether you're a teacher, you're an accountant, or whatever in your job, it's difficult to. It is tough for us to live out as Christians and to explain the gospel to people, but we try to do our best through the way that we live.
I kind of half wonder, is faith in a boat easier almost than faith on a stage? And the spotlight that's going to come on you guys now, I mean, have you concerns or anything about that we can be sort of just remembering you for? Because you saw the support. It is heartfelt, it is immediate, and it's spontaneous, and it's due to you both. But to some extent, the success changes some things, and just keeping a handle on that.
For us, I think it's so important to stay normal and to not sort of get carried away with things, and to sort of keep our feet in the ground. And we do enjoy the sport, but I think we've always been taught to work hard and give 100%, and we've been taught that growing up through church, and it's and that's what it's all about. And I think we just keep doing that.
And we were sharing just before we came on just about almost the perspective about, Simon last night said a thing, obviously you guys couldn't make it, but it was about when God gives you a dream and maybe that dream goes, that maybe your focus has been on the dream and not on your God, and getting the right perspective in life. Yeah,
exactly. Before the Olympics, I was speaking to our minister, Will Stallman, back home from Maidenhead, St Mary's in Maidenhead, and chatting to him through about quite a lot of it, and trying to realise that we did train for that Olympic gold medal. That's what we did that's the way we trained every day. We give 100% for that with that. But we had to try and realise that before the games that if you don't win that Olympic gold medal, there is something bigger than an Olympic gold medal. There is something more to life. And I haven't talked to many people about this or anybody, but I think since winning the silver, I think it's been a real challenge for me and us to realise that having not won the Olympic gold medal, that there is still more. There is still something more to life. That God is the centre of everything that we do, and we train for gold. But I'm in my heart, and I'm satisfied with the silver medal, definitely.
Whoa, listen. The other thing I know, because I know a few people who row, the time you give to this is phenomenal, and the people who support you, over the years, the instructors, the family, the coaches, and so there's a lot of people behind the scenes to give you guys, the four of you on a boat, those 6 minutes on a river. you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, the people behind this are, you know, if you think of anything to do with what we do, there's someone who will be sorting that out. You know, there's physios, there's everyone, there's so many people just helping us out, and our family as well, and like the support we get is pretty incredible from that.
Yeah.
And also it goes down to, there is our family there and our support from our team behind us, but it's also people praying for us back home and around the country, people who know that we're Christians in churches and that, and praying for us. And we're really thankful for that. We really think we do benefit from it. So keep going.
Okay, great. Because one of the things that's been talked about here this week is that actually the challenge is there. And it's been said by speaker after speaker, it's not about the person on the stage, it's not about the person under the limelight. Actually, you think most of your time is spent away from anybody seeing what you're doing. You're surrounded by a load of people who are never seen. And you are sort of ordinary guys who had an extraordinary moment in the spotlight. And we want to thank you for the way that you've handled yourselves and represented this town and this country and your family. It's been great to watch. And I just think that the challenge for the rest of us is to realize that this world is full of ordinary people, and God wants us to do extraordinary things in every ordinary moment. And whether that's on a factory floor, in a courtroom, whether that's looking for a job, whether that's getting your results, we're all in this, and He's challenging every single one of us to go for it wherever we are at. So guys, thank you for all that you've done, for all the work that went into the Olympics. Thank you for giving us, tonight,
Thank you for
coming along. And God bless you both, guys.
Thank you.
Peter,
Thank you very much.
Richard. Thank you. All right, thanks. Thank you.